Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video from a beautiful morning right now. Just been enjoying a cup of coffee, going through my YouTube comments, and I want to remind you guys, if you're watching my videos and you have questions, drop them down below in the comments. You know, I love to make videos about the comments that come in. Anything I can do to help you out, if I can add value, I'll make a video about it. So drop a comment if you do have a question. But there was a comment that came in, very interesting comment. I really liked it, from SoCal Girl 44024. Came in 10 hours ago. And it says, you have to admit that the outrageous shipping charges kill the sale on eBay. That is one of the reasons I almost quit. So they didn't quit, but they almost quit. They were really discouraged by the shipping charges increasing every year, which I get. I mean, because think about it, when an increase comes, at least in a short period of time, we're eating that. That's coming out of our profit. That's food coming off of our plate due to these increased shipping charges. Now, over time, you know, as an eBay seller and just how the economy works, it always gets passed on to the consumer, unfortunately. And right now, with all the craziness going on in the world, the last year and a half, you're seeing a lot of issues happening with supply and demand, and costs are being passed on for materials and different products that you want to buy. I mean, there's, like, for example, yesterday I was looking at one of those handheld barcode scanners because I wanted to get my mom one. They used to be $9. Now they're up to $23 on Amazon, like, bottom line. And I'm like, that's very interesting. So all the issues that are going on with supply and demand and the increased cost of materials, it's getting passed on to me, you, the consumer. And when it comes to shipping, in the short term, we have to eat it, but eventually we do pass it on to onto the consumer. But there will reach a point where the consumer says, like, I'm not gonna pay that much, and it hurts us again. So I completely understand how, you know, every time the shipping charges increase every single year, which it happens every single year, at least with the USPS. Does it happen with UPS and FedEx every year? I'm sure it does. I think USPS increases the most, but let me know in the comments for the folks who have a little bit more knowledge with that. But continuing to read the comment, she says, it's getting harder and harder for sellers to make a decent living when shipping is more than the item itself. And it's true, it's crazy. Again, you know, as a seller, we do have to pass that cost on to the consumer. But again, there's a point, there's a line in the sand that the consumers, they say, you know, I'm not going to cross that line. This is too much. This is too expensive. And it comes out of our pocket. I guess the key really is to find that balance. And, you know, I might as well touch on this now. A lot of people ask, should I offer free shipping or charge for shipping? Lately, I've been charging for shipping just because the charges have been a little bit more unpredictable with the changes that have been made recently with USPS, where, you know, for example, it used to be like X amount if it went to this area or that area. Now it's really changed. It really fluctuates huge, a large amount. So if I do offer free shipping, what I'll typically do is I'll take an average of what it costs to ship somewhere close by to me. You know, I'm in Connecticut, so in the New England area, or, you know, maybe not too far away, maybe it's, you know, $7 to $12. But if I have to go out to the West Coast, it could be 20 or 30. So sometimes I'll just take that median, what that shipping charge will be, and build it into my price. But it's definitely a bit more difficult now with shipping charges. It just seems like they're getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And, you know, it stinks, but you have to build that into your cost. So if you are going to add free shipping, you have to build it into your cost. Don't just guess. Make sure that when you're putting in your dimensions and your weight, if you're doing calculated shipping, you got to make sure you're on point, because if it's even a half a pound off, or sometimes a couple ounces over a threshold, maybe if it goes over 2 or over 3, it could really make a huge impact on, you know, your margins. So with these increased costs, you really have to be careful. I do think free shipping helps you in the algorithm. I think it's a very attractive marketing ploy. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that, you know, you don't have too much of your profit being eaten by the shipping. Now, I do want to say as well, and I'm going to go a little bit more into this, make sure you're shipping off of eBay. Don't go to the post office or wherever to ship off the eBay platform. They give discounts. And also make sure that you're, you know, getting quotes on the different shipping platforms. For example, when you ship an item, it'll tell you how much it is to ship through USPS, then it'll tell you how much it costs to ship through FedEx or how much it costs to ship through UPS. Now, don't downgrade the service to save money. If you promise somebody 2-day priority, don't downgrade them to, you know, 5 to 7 day ground. So you don't want to do that, because you'll get negative feedback, and customers don't like that. Customers are really keen nowadays because of the Amazon 2-day Prime shipping. They want their items quick. They're trained to get items quick. So shipping quick, having that 1-day business processing time or same day and shipping quick and keeping your promise with the shipping date, maybe someone's birthday or maybe they need an item by a specific date, or like I said, people are trained to get the items quick. Don't downgrade the service, but check out your shipping policies and stuff and make sure you have good shipping options for people available. But moving on to that comment, she was saying it's getting harder and harder for sellers to make a decent living. If eBay can find a way to give discounts to buyers, that would be great, but I don't see that happening. Well, like I said before, they already are. If you go directly to USPS, FedEx, or either of these carriers, they'll charge you more. So eBay is already giving a discount. I don't think it's as substantial of a discount that Amazon negotiated. So for example, when I ship out a box of items via Amazon FBA, I could have 40 pounds, and on eBay that would probably cost like 25 bucks or something, but they've negotiated such a crazy deal. And I'm not talking only books or media that's going media mail, but they've negotiated such a crazy deal. That cost of 25 bucks that eBay would charge me with their discounted carrier program would probably cost me $12 or $9, like something ridiculously cheap. So Amazon's kicked eBay's butt in terms of the deal that they've negotiated, at least from my outside perspective and my experience. But it would be great. It would be awesome if they were able to negotiate that deal. I just don't know if they have enough volume and pull like Amazon does to be able to negotiate that deal. So SoCal Girl is also saying, I avoid things that are heavy unless it's very high-end sought after item. Here's the thing, I don't avoid anything that's heavy. Like, I don't like to ship big and bulky items. I've talked about this in the past. If it's like a small profit margin and it's gonna be like a huge pain in the butt. So anytime I'm shipping any type of item or I'm outsourcing, I'm always weighing out in my head, obviously the risk and reward, the sell-through rate. Also, I'm kind of calculating, okay, this is gonna be an easy item to ship. This should sell fast or be slow. And what's this overall profit margin gonna be? How long is it gonna take for me to get my money back? How much of a hassle is this item gonna be? Is it something that's highly bootlegged or counterfeit or something I don't have a ton of knowledge in? But if it's a big, bulky item, even like something like a snowboard or something like that, which I recently listed on eBay, a couple of them, or it's some type of electronic item or VCR set or some big pain in the butt, like the bigger and bulkier it is, I need to make sure my risk and reward is there. I need to make sure there's gonna be plenty of profit for me there, because I'm not gonna mess with those items. I don't necessarily care how much the shipping is gonna be, because I'm calculating that when I'm sourcing the item. Like, I'm already playing it in my head. And big bulky items, I 99% of the time I always charge shipping. Most people aren't charging free shipping on these big bulky items. I would say a couple of years back, especially 3, 4, 5, 6 years back, everybody was doing free shipping, but I see people charging shipping a lot more. I don't know how much the eBay algorithm could really punish you for that. And I feel like on big bulky items, like customers they're used to paying shipping on it. So the point being, like, I don't avoid items that are big and bulky that are gonna cost a lot, as long as I can add that into my shipping. And how do you know if you could or you can't? You gotta check out the eBay sold listings, and you can look through and find your specific snowboard. Like, I listed up a Burton, I don't know what it was called, a Burton 216 or something. It was a kid's snowboard anyways, but I noticed that most of them were selling between 80 to 120 bucks, and pretty much everybody was charging shipping. Like 90% of people were charging shipping. So I didn't care. I knew the shipping would kind of be built into the price. So that's just a little bit of kind of like how I see things. So she said, I avoid things that are heavy unless it's very high-end sought after item, because it usually turns off a buyer when they see how much it costs to ship. I don't know how much it really does turn off buyers. Feel free to disagree and share your comments, because that's what this channel is all about. Like, I want to hear your perspective. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Like, I want to hear your reasoning behind it. I'm not the smartest guy out there with this. This is just my experience over the last 7, 8 years selling on eBay. But I feel like on larger items, customers don't care as much about paying shipping. I feel like it's, when you're analyzing, let me take a step back. When you're analyzing items as a customer or as a reseller, the market is going to determine what you're going to pay and what it's going to sell for. If the market is made up of 20 snowboards and everybody's charging shipping, then as a customer, it's like, can you really feel bad? Like, what are you gonna do? You're almost screwed in a sense. Like, you have to pay what the market's gonna allow. If, 15 out of the 20 people are not charging shipping and it's free shipping, obviously they're building it into the price. If you could build it into the price, that's great. But like, again, if most people are not charging shipping, then I think that you probably don't want to charge shipping. But if I'm looking at 20 snowboards and 19 of the people are all charging shipping, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I also do think, just based on my experience, that people don't like to pay shipping on like the smaller items. So the tiny items, anything, again, that's less than a pound, where you can ship first class, or something that maybe you can fit into a flat rate, and you really can, you know how much you're going to ship it out for, whereas maybe you're shipping something in just a box, straight up postage, you can't fit it in a flat rate or something, then I would charge shipping for that. But I think people are more, they want free shipping on smaller items, and I feel like they're willing to pay shipping on larger items, if I can get that out. There was also a reply to that comment that I just read off, and it was from Christina Anderson saying, being older and old-fashioned, I have a comment about shipping. Customers should be grateful that they can do that. I grew up with a P.O. box, and we couldn't even get a lot of things shipped to us. Many people were restricted on what they could buy and what they could buy online. Online shopping is so easy. That's a really great point. I mean, it's crazy. You could shop in your bathtub if you want without your clothes on at home. You don't have to start your car, drag yourself to dozens of different shops, or have long traveling distances looking for something that you want, using gas, your time, and getting stressed trying to find what you want. This is a funny comment. And in the end, it comes directly to your door. What more can you ask for? They should suck it up and quit being privileged jerks about paying for things to come directly to the door from anywhere in the world and anything they want. I know that I love it, and the stress that you don't get from having to drive out to spend time to shop. It's like food delivery. It's just so easy. So that was a really funny comment. And you know, there's a lot of validity to that comment as well. I mean, a lot of customers, it's like, they're just so entitled. And I made a video about this the other day. People think like, oh, resellers are scammers, like we're not adding value to the market. Yes, we are. Just like this comment said, like the value we're bringing is we're going out and we're finding maybe hard to come across items, or just products in general, that we're able to ship directly to your door, instead of you going out having to shop or visit stores, or nowadays risk your health being outside. If you're worried about that type of stuff, you know, you're getting it shipped directly to you. So I agree. I mean, a lot of people like to complain about, you know, shipping and eBay sellers, but it's like, listen, we are providing massive value. So, and at the end of the day, don't quit selling on eBay or get discouraged because of the shipping. Build it into your price and offer free shipping. You could take a median or an average price based on what it might cost if it goes far or it's close, if you can't get a flat rate, or if it's under a pound. If it's not under a pound, to do first class shipping, or it's not media mail. Anything under a pound or media mail, or anything you could fit in a flat rate, I would definitely charge free shipping if you want, but don't get discouraged about it. It's part of the game. The rates are going to keep going up, and guess what's going to happen? We're going to have to keep passing it on to the customer. It stinks. And but at the end of the day, what are these customers going to do? You go to the stores, the prices are twice as much. Everything's so expensive nowadays. So you have to understand, eBay is just part of the overall marketplace economy of how people purchase products, right? This is the e-commerce side, but people purchase things in person as well. Everything in person at the stores, it's so expensive now. There's a lot less overhead online. So we're still very competitively priced, and we're adding a lot of value to the market by being able to ship directly to them. We have lower overhead. It costs a lot less, especially the used items versus the new items at the stores. It's ridiculous. If you go clothing shopping now, it's like literally you're just giving up like like a week's pay for the average person just to get a couple items and a freaking pair of shoes. It's just insane now. So don't let shipping beat you up. Make sure you ship from home. Make sure you're printing labels through home. Ship through the eBay system. Make sure to learn about the regional boxes, the flat rate boxes. Make sure to get quotes on your shipping through UPS, USPS, FedEx, and just take your time to learn about shipping. There's a lot of great videos, but don't get discouraged. Prices are going to keep going up. We'll keep passing it on to the customers. If it gets to the point where the sellers aren't profitable enough, then something will have to change. There's always an equilibrium that comes about to the market from the seller side, the buyer side, because if we're not being taken care of, we're going to stop providing that service for customers to get items. So something will have to give, or we'll just have to get better at sourcing items or source items for less money. Something will have to give for us to make a profit. So hang in there, keep getting after it, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.